This video is to give you a bit of help with the quiz on interpreting data. So for the first question, as the day continues, what will happen to the length of the shadow? So this is an experiment where you put a piece of wood, say a stick, in the ground, and as the day goes by you measure the length of the shadow, and what happens is at 8 o'clock in the morning the shadow is, this is looks like about 1.8 meters long, and as the day goes on it's getting down to 1 meter, and then to about 3/4 of a meter, and then down here it looks about 1/5 of a meter. So as the day goes on, first of all, the shadow is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Now at noon the shadow is the shortest, and then what happens is it starts to get longer again. So which of these answers is the closest? Well, the closest one is it will decrease and then increase. This is your answer. Question 2. If you were the owner of shop A, what flavours of ice cream do you want to make sure you have on hand? So shop A. Now in this little graph, shop A is the purple colour, and there we go, there's the purple, there's the green is shop B. So let's see what flavours of ice cream shop A is selling the most of. Well, vanilla, quite a small amount there, that's coconut, small again, almond, small again. The two tallest purple columns are for mango and chocolate, so these are the answers. Those are the flavours of ice cream that shop A should mostly have. Question 3 is looking at some data about who plays different games. So we've got Monopoly, Twister, Candyland, Checkers, which is drafts, and other. And they've obviously looked at two different groups of people. They've looked at, that sort of orange there is 5th graders. This is American. And blue is kindergarten. So your favourite game is Monopoly. So what grade are you more than likely in? If we look at Monopoly, the majority of people who were tested, who are playing Monopoly, are the orange colour, so that is 5th grade. This is your answer. Question 4, and this is a table of time and temperature, and just straight away when you look at it, as time goes by, the temperature of whatever they're measuring is getting lower. So here we go. You are measuring the temperature of water that just had ice placed into it. If you took the temperature at 20 minutes, what is a reasonable temperature? Well, we've got 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. So 20 would be there. Now the trend that you've got here is as time goes on, the temperature is getting lower. So we would expect some number lower than 25. 20, that's possible. 50, no. 80, no. 85, no. This is the answer. Question 5, and this is a table of information with different dates. So halfway through November, going through November, and then into December, and a number of rabbits. So halfway through November, 13, November 21st, 15, November 28th, 12, December 5th, 4. So the question is, if you saw 11 rabbits, what's the date that you were out walking? Well, the closest to 11 is this one here. That was November 28th. And this number, these look as if they're going down. So we'll probably say if you saw 11, it was probably some date after November the 28th. There it is. That's the answer. Okay, this is another question about making a prediction. Based on the trend in coal usage, what could you predict the coal usage to be in 2013? Well, we're looking for patterns, we're looking for trends. So as time goes on, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, so as time goes on, what's happening to the number of kilograms of coal that get burnt? Well, it's going up 6, 7, 9, 12. So in 2013, which the date 2013 would go down here, you'd expect a higher number than 12,000. That's lower, that's lower, that's slightly higher. No, sorry, that's lower again. This is the one, right? 13,000, from 12,000 up to 13,000. Another graph with some information on it, and what we've got is these are the numbers of kids doing different activities. We've got playing games, doing indoor activities, playing with electronic devices, reading, or hanging out in the neighbourhood. And we've got two different groups that we're looked at. Orange colour is kids in the country, and the blue colour is kids in the city. So it says, if you like hanging around the neighbourhood, where should you live? Okay, so there's hanging around the neighbourhood, and that is mostly done by the blue, which is kids in the city. There's the answer. Question 8, and this is some information that's been given in a graph, so we'll understand what it's saying and then answer the question. And this is January, February, March, so this is as the year goes by, different months. The different colours show different crops, different fruit crops that are being harvested, and up on the y-axis that's showing you how many pounds, so how much of this fruit is being harvested. Okay, so as a farmer you will need to hire additional people to help harvest the crops. What month will you need the most help? So we're looking for the tallest column, which is up here, 300, and that is March. There's the answer. Okay, question 9, and this is another one about making predictions, and you get given some information about day 1 and the different temperatures at different times of the day. So at 1 p.m. it was 55 Fahrenheit, and that goes up, and then it starts to go down again, and the last one you've got is at 8 p.m. it's 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, now this is day 1, and it says you're taking data for day 2. It's the next day. So whatever numbers you get on day 2 are probably going to be very, very similar to day 1. So we can use this as a good way of predicting the temperature. Now it says the temperature you record is 50 degrees. What time do you predict it is? Well, there are no 50s in here. To have a time when the temperature is 50 degrees is going to be either before 1 p.m. or after 8 p.m. And we've got 2 p.m. no. 5 p.m. again no. 6 p.m. no. The only one that works for this is 9 p.m. That's the answer. Question 10, and this is showing us different events, different sports events, and the number of medals, gold, silver and bronze, that were won in some competition. And the question is, if you wanted the best chance to win a medal, what event should you participate in? Well, what you're going to need to do is look at these figures in the table and work out which event has handed out the most number of medals. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to make a total of the gold, the silver and the bronze for each event. Okay, so I've just added those in, and the speed swimming events 3 and 4 and 2 is 9, diving events is 12, relay races 7, running races 10, balance beam events 8, high and low jumps 6, hurdle races 11. So the winner with that is the event that gives out the biggest number of medals, and also that means you've got the best chance of winning a medal, is the diving events. There's the answer. Question 11, and this is another one where you're given some information in a graph and then get asked some questions about it. And it says that you're taking the temperature for data for your science class. The temperature is 96 degrees Fahrenheit. What month do you predict that it is? So we're looking for a 96. Now there's 95. So chances are that we'll follow that line down, and that is July. There's the answer. You're most likely to get a 96 degrees in July. Question 12, and this is about making a prediction, and it's about the hippo population. There's the curve of the number of hippos, and there are the number of years as they go by. So what you'd expect is this line is going on an upward trend. It ends here to 2010. You'd expect it to go along the same sort of line. So wherever it goes after that is going to be a little bit higher than, well, this number is 34. So in 2010, it's 34. What would you expect it to be in 2011? You'd expect it to be a little bit more than 34. That's too much. 42 is too much. That's gone backwards. That's gone backwards. The best answer to choose would be 38. Question 13, and the final one. And again, this is you get given a graph with some information on it and then asked a question about it. If you wanted to avoid the crowds to purchase a car, which day should you not go to purchase a car? And we've got different days, and we've got the numbers of cars that get sold. So what this is suggesting is that the busiest day is when the biggest number of cars get sold, which would be Friday. So Friday is the day, if you want to avoid the crowds, you shouldn't go to buy a car. And again, email me if you have any problems with this work.